Hello, friends. This is Kathleen, Be Again Books, and I'm here with another video about before I sew in the signatures, because I have about 5 pages. Remember, I explained that I was going to show you how I was going to dress some of this stuff up before it gets sewn in, because sometimes it's easier to do that before you've got the pages bound. So I've got a number of techniques here that I'm going to use. Mixed media stuff, which is going to get messy, and so we're going to do the embossing first, because then I won't have to clean up the desk while you wait. So let's move some of these things over and get the embossing machine out. These 3 pages are going to be embossed, so let me bring that over and get the platform. And remember, when you emboss, you need to get the directions for how thick the sandwich is, and sometimes that's in directions, and sometimes you just have to experiment. But I'm going to use, as I mentioned, this little flap is just going to be a flap. And maybe I will attach something to it later, and maybe I won't. So I'm going to just decorate that with this pretty, this is textured, really heavily textured. It's a Tim Holtz Sizzix. And so I'm just going to put that in like that. Actually, I don't think I have to fold it, because I think that will fit. No, it won't. It won't fit that way. So, shoot. Well, we'll have to just put it through this way, and it will only have a partial emboss. So which way do I want to do it? I think I'll do it on the bottom, and then I'll be able to put, I don't know, some other little thing there. So we'll just send it through this way. I really think at some point I want to invest in the larger one, just because I run into this problem a lot when I want to do something and it just won't fit through this small one. So one of these days I am going to invest in the big one, but I just don't have room to store it, and so that's the reason why. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty. I knew it would. I just now need to, I don't know, do something there at the top to cover up that blank spot. So, okay, there's that one. And now we have, we don't have the same problem, because I happen to know, because I've done it, that this little embossing folder will fit this direction. So I'm going to emboss this side first, and then do the other side. So I want this page first, and this now goes on the next one, and it has, where's my other, here it is. I have to use both of these now. So put this one down, and then this goes on top. All right, send that through now. All right, that's pretty. And now we'll do this edge as well. Yeah, nice. Okay, that page is ready. That one is ready. And now I want to do I'm going to do the paper sack. And I want my folder. What have I done with it? So sorry. I thought I got it out. And it's just somewhere in this mess of a desk. It's the usual one I use, but apparently I'm not going to be able to use that. So we'll do these swirls. Okay. And we're just going to do a little bit here on the end. And I'm just going to do both at the same time. And so this is the heavily textured ones. So I need this. And this just goes down. Won't go that way. So we'll just put it like that and send it through. All right, here we go. Let's hope this works. If it doesn't, no problem, because I have plenty of paper sack. Yeah, I like it. That's great. Okay, now let's get rid of the embossing machine. Put that back over here. And now let's do some mixed media stuff. My favorite thing. Okay, so one of the things I want to do is sand this, because this is white core cardstock. I think I mentioned that, and it's going to take distress and show up the design. So yeah, we're just going to give that a little bit of a sand so that shows up. Yeah, pretty. We'll do it on the other side as well. And then on this side. Love it. Yeah, that's just how I want that to look. Unless I want to do later, maybe I'll do some distress ink on that as well. But yeah, I like the way that page looks. Okay, let's do the same thing to this. Great. All right, and now that won't work. The sand won't work with the paper sack because it doesn't have a white core. So in order to emphasize this, I'm going to use distress ink and maybe some gold rub and buff. We'll see. But that kind of catches that top part. And just kind of, makes it so that you can see that embossed design a little easier. The embossed image, it works really well. The deboss is a little harder. the deboss is, you know, the opposite side of the emboss. It also shows the design, but it's just a little different. Okay, I'll do a little bit over here on the crinkles. And then I will iron this after I give it a little bit of a spray. So I have two different kinds of spray bottles. One is more coarser spray, if that's the right word, and this is a finer mist. So I think I'll use the finer mist on this, just to kind of activate that ink a little bit. Oh, I need to put some ink on these wrinkles. Okay, all right, there's that page. I like it. All right, now this is the real messy part, is we're going to get some paint going. Because I have, let's see, where did I put them? Those two papers. Where are they? Oh, here they are. Right, silly me. Okay, we have our little masterboard page, and we have this other just plain book page that I want to kind of, I'm going to roll a little bit of paint on it to make it so that it can be journaled on. So we're going to start with white. And we're going to do a little bit of pink. And just a little touch of this sage green. Okay. So let's just spread the page out. Paint. All this does, you know, is just kind of mute that text. And you can write on acrylic paint. So I like to use this sometimes on the book page and make it so that you can journal on it. Now you know why I wanted to get other things out of the way, because this is just going to be very messy. I never know how much, so I use a little at a time, and then I don't end up just wasting paint. I'm picking up now just a little bit of pink and green. now what I'm going to do is spray that, what's left here, on my parchment, and then I'm just going to crinkle it and then just dab. And use up the rest of that paint. Okay, all right, now that is going to dry for a minute while we clean this paint up, while we do the masterboard. Dress that up a little bit. Okay, put that away. All right, now for the masterboard, I think I want to do just a little bit of embossing. Not embossing, stenciling. I'm going to do that. And here on this white. This just kind of adds some details, you know, a little more layers. Let me put this back because I need, there, I need to move this over a little bit, right there, to overlap it. I'll do a little bit here on this white, and here on the back. Okay, so there's some stenciling, and now we're going to put some stamps. I apologize, I forgot to get the stamp pads. Let's do just the black. There's the black, there's the purple. All right. I think I want to do this right there. I think I'm going to use this purple color. It's kind of a pinky purple. Thistle is what it's named, this archival ink. And put this down so that I have a little bit of a cushion. I'll stamp that right here. Oh, there we go. Well, not a great stamp. I think this is drying out again. That's okay. It's supposed to be kind of in the background. All right, now I wanted these butterflies here. Might be that I need to clean that stamp. I hope that I get a better stamp on this one. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. And I'm just going to use these numbers on this back. So what the stamping does and the stenciling is it overlaps some of these cut edges and makes it look more less cut and pasty, if you know what I mean. Makes it look more deliberate, more like there's a design involved. Okay, all right, that's pretty good. Now let me just add a couple of just some little texture pieces. And then we're going to splatter it. And I want to use, again, this kind of purple. And we're just going to put a little bit of purple splatter. Let me dry that, because if I turn it over, it will smash. I don't want it to smear. But if I just give it a little quick dry, and I can do the other side, and it'll be okay. Do this side. Okay. So this splattering and the stamping, what it's doing, see, is just building up layers. So these cut edges are underneath, and that's what makes it look like you've done something deliberate on top. Okay. All right. All right. Where's my... I don't know where that went. I'll just do this. Okay, so here's... Oh, forgot. While we're splattering, we need to splatter this one as well. Yeah. A little more water, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now this can be written on. I think maybe I will smush that one. Yeah, this can be written on without without that text being quite so apparent, if you know what I mean. Yeah, get that a little dry. All right, so there are our 5 pages now that are ready to go into the signatures. Thanks so much for being with me, and I will go away and bind the signatures now, and then we'll be ready to decorate. Thanks for your time. We'll see you again.